Everybody, man, it's your boy Cam and T, man. We're back at it with another episode of the Cam and T podcast. Again, man, go ahead and show us some love, man. Go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter, all that stuff, man. We appreciate you guys' love and support. And as always, I am your co-host, Tony T. Tom Weston, and we also have the other co-host here, Cam. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Happy 4th, man.
Man, I'm good. I'm chilling. Ready for this break that we about to get. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, over the weekend. But how about you, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm up in North Carolina right now. I'm spending some time with some family, man, back home. So it's been nice to just kind of relax and chill and just be with my family and stuff. So that's been pretty good. That's been pretty nice. So I've been enjoying it, just relaxing, man. Honestly, just relaxing for real. The weather is pretty nice. It's been a little cooler up here than it is in Georgia because I heard it got to like 100 degrees down there today or something close to that, right?
Man, I've been tired all week just because of the heat, bro.
Yeah,
The
that's what
heat.
I've heard. I heard the
The
heat
heat
was
is crazy.
crazy,
It was
man.
it was
Yeah.
98. It was 98 yesterday. It's hot, man.
That's
It's hot.
ridiculous. I don't see how people sit up here and enjoy summer. It's just terrible. But that's another discussion
Man,
for another day, I guess. But for me, I'm just not a fan of that summer stuff, bro. It's just too hot, man. It's too hot, dog. I can't do it, man.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like the summer, but I think the heat is just like you said, it's just too hot, bro. It's way
Yeah,
too hot.
it's
But again, man, I don't like the cold, bro, because I feel like I get, knock on wood, I feel like I get sick too much in the winter. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Versus the summer, man, it is what it is. But
yeah,
the winter, you know what I'm saying? I know as soon as that cold weather break, I'm gonna be sniffling and it just ain't
yeah.
fun, bro. You
I
know?
think that's why fall is just the best time of year. Like it's the perfect weather. Good 60, 65. You feel me? Like that's
Yeah,
perfect. You know what I'm saying? Spring too. Um
yeah,
really good weather. 65, 70. But when we start getting like 85 or 90, it's
yeah.
too hot for me. I
Nah,
just
this is extremely hot, and this me coming from, I was in Florida the last couple of years, and I'm telling
yeah,
you, this is hot. This is real. This is real
yeah,
heat here.
yeah. It's been
Cause that
rough.
Florida heat, cause that Florida heat, you don't even feel it, man. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Don't nobody be outside sweating like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I used to wear a hoodie and it'd be 100 degrees outside. It's just flat. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, in Florida.
And it's off a
Same
lot
way.
of water too. So that
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it helps. You know what I'm saying? Same way with when I went to Wyoming and Denver. You know what I'm
helps.
saying? It hit the single digits, but it's you don't feel it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You be out there covered up, but you don't feel it. But
yeah.
here, I never forget. I hopped off the plane. I came back from Denver. I hopped off the plane. I was in Wyoming, matter of fact. I came back single digits. I think it hit 6 was the lowest,
Mm.
and I was good. Hopped off the plane in Georgia. It was 40 degrees.
You
I
felt every bit of
swear,
it.
I felt everything. Felt
Yeah.
all of it, bro. And
That's
it
how it
hurt.
was
It
for
was
me, bro.
it was
That's how it
biting.
was for me last month when I came back from LA, man. When I was in LA, man, it was nice 60, 65. Felt good, no humidity, none of that. Man, I came back to Atlanta, it was 87 degrees and it felt like 100. It was bad, bro. Like,
Telling you, bro.
yeah, it was just a mess.
Georgia, Georgia's different, man. The
Yeah,
heat.
that heat down
I
there is,
don't
yeah,
get it.
it's
I
worse
don't
than
get
North
it, bro.
Carolina, man. I ain't never seen nothing like it, to be
Shit,
honest.
it's worse than South Carolina too. South
Yeah,
Carolina, don't,
yeah.
far as from what I can remember, South Carolina don't get this hot, bro.
No, not this high. At least in the upstate. I
Well,
can't
yeah,
to
I'm about
like
to say at least in the
Columbia
upstate.
gets
Yeah,
pretty hot, bro. I
yeah,
ain't,
yeah. And Buford,
Columbia
Buford get,
is very hot,
yeah,
but
yeah. I know.
I definitely not in the upstate. I don't even never
Uh-uh,
see temperatures like that.
not at all.
But okay. We got a fun episode tonight, y'all. First off, before we get going, man, we got our 1 year anniversary episode, bro. 1 year. It's been 1 year exactly to the date that we dropped our first episode on July 2nd of 2023. So we have made it a year of doing this podcast. So shout out to me, shout out to Cam. Cam,
Yeah,
bro, thank you, bro, for just being a great co-host, a great partner, a great, you know what I'm saying, brother from another mother, man. So I appreciate you, gang. I appreciate everything, you know what I'm saying, that you have done this whole year. So I appreciate you, bro. So I definitely want to come
absolutely,
off with
bro.
that.
I appreciate you too, man. Thank you for bringing up the idea of starting a podcast. Me and you, we didn't did a lot together on Twitter and everything. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you for thinking of me and saying, let's go ahead and do this thing together because it's been,
Yeah.
like you say, it's been real fun. And I can't wait for the future, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm excited, man. We're gonna have a lot going on. Like I said, I just been so busy lately, but we're gonna start, you know what I'm saying, pushing out more content, especially when it gets closer to football season, which we
Yeah.
about there. So I'm excited about what's building here, man. And I'm just appreciative of you and everything we got going on here. So I definitely wanted to come on here and just say once again, thank you and thank all our supporters too. Shout out to Malik. He said congrats to both of y'all for bringing us to this great podcast, man. Thank you for the support, Malik. We really do
Thank you,
greatly
bro.
appreciate it. Definitely appreciate
Absolutely.
it. So we got a fun show tonight. I know we've talked like the first 5 minutes really, and then talking any sports for real. But hey, it's the Cam and T show. It's our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna talk about NBA free agency stuff tonight. I think Paul George signed with the 76ers. Chris Paul signed with the Spurs, from my understanding. Klay Thompson is no longer a Warrior, I believe. I think he's with the Mavericks, if I'm correct. So a lot's going on in the NBA. We'll let you kind of go over that and touch on that a little bit. Then we're going to get into tonight's going to be a mostly college football night. So if you're a college football fan, tonight's your night. It's going to be heavy on the college football for probably the majority of the show. And obviously, we got to talk about the EA college football game that's coming out in less than 2 weeks now. And they did their deep dive on Dynasty today, man. So we definitely got to talk about that as well. A lot of people are saying congrats, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the love and support.
Thank y'all,
Kelvin, for us being, doing this for a year. So definitely, again, man, it's going to be a fun episode tonight. But let's dive into, and I'll kind of let you take over from here. The NBA is finally into its free agency mode. I think it started Sunday night. I think it was when they officially could start, like, signing people and tampering and stuff like that. If I'm not correct, you can correct me. But, Cam, I'm going to kind of let you take the floor from here, man. How did you feel about, some of the stuff that's taking place, during the free agency period for NBA? We might have lost Cam, chat. Oh, we got you back. There you go. Go ahead, Cam. Did you hear anything I said?
Nah. I was checking to see if it was me, but I heard what you said. You said we going.
I was saying pretty much what I was saying was, how did you feel about everything that's taking place in the the NBA free agency so far?
Oh yeah. Well, first and foremost, I think it's been a little lackluster. I want to also bring up the draft too while we're talking about
the draft.
This whole process. Yeah. It's been lackluster, man. Once again, this is what happens when you let the Celtics win the championship, bro. The NBA is boring. We got to stop letting these anyway. But the draft was weak. I just want to say that way. I do want to bring up. I want to ask you about your Hawks here in a minute. But the draft is weak. I didn't really care too much about it. You know what I'm saying? And as far as free agency goes, Paul George is the biggest signing so far. He went to the 76ers. I don't know what the contract is. I think it's 3 years, $100 million. Well, more than $100 million, but and he's kind of their Tobias Harris replacement, if you can call it that. I mean, really, it's an upgrade, of course. But definitely. Again, health is an issue for all of these, for the 76ers. I don't know if that really helped them as much, because I will say I think Tyrese Maxey kind of played that role to keep them afloat, you know what I'm saying, while Embiid was out, right? And so next year we're talking about him having to do that potentially with, God forbid, but potentially if Embiid goes down and Paul George goes down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that helps a lot on the injury aspect of things and them trying to stay healthy towards the end of the season, because we know Paul George has had issues staying healthy. At least with the Clippers, he did. Even though last season he was pretty solid, pretty healthy for the most part. But once again, I think it's a good sign. I think it's a great fit for him. I think Paul George is one of those players that can really play on any team, to be completely honest with you. He's a very complimentary player. And I've been a big fan of his for a while, and so I'm looking forward to big things from him. In Philly, Chris Paul was probably the other biggest free agency news. I think him going to the Spurs. I think that's the other big one. I think that's a great fit, to be honest with you. I don't know. I know a lot of people don't like Chris Paul. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm no huge fan of his, but I do respect his game and I respect what he's been doing for these teams in the last couple of years. He's come in, he's turned around a lot of great young teams, and he's been pivotal in those teams turnaround. So you got the Suns, right? We know they got hot in the bubble. They added Chris Paul and things were, they ended up going to the finals, right? We
Right.
saw what happened with the Thunder. He helped bring along Shea Gilgeous a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of turned their season around after they lost Westbrook, right? Obviously the Clippers, he was their best player for a while. You know what I'm saying? He been on a couple other teams now, but I think this is and in the Warriors last season, they had a better record than they did the year before. So I think this is a good fit for him, especially the Spurs are absolutely going to get better because Wemby's going to get better. And now you add a point guard on the court with him, you know what I'm saying? A guy that can help mentor him and also be another coach on the floor. In addition to having Greg Pop, man, I think that's going to be a good one. So I'm excited to see what the Spurs do. And then OKC, they signed Isaiah Hartenstein, who was probably, I think, the top center on the free agent market. I was hoping, I was thinking the Lakers might make a run at him, somebody that can play next to Anthony Davis. But he ended up getting a nice little bag. I think he got 3 years, $80 million or something like that. So he got
a lot for him.
Yeah, he got him a nice little contract. And I think he's a really good center, to be honest with you. And I think he's going to play very well. He's shown that he can play deep into the playoffs and he can play a lot of minutes. He's going to play very well next to Chet Holmgren, in addition to having Shea Gilgeous at point. And then they also added Alex Caruso. Forgot about that. They got Alex Caruso via trade. So that's also pretty huge. But other than that, we're still waiting to hear from DeMar DeRozan and see where he goes. And I'm trying to think if there's another player out there. Oh, Russell Westbrook. We're still waiting to see what happens with Russell Westbrook. But other than that, man, that's really your free agency so far. Jason Tatum signed the largest contract in NBA history. I don't think anybody's surprised about that. Yeah, I don't think anybody's surprised about that. But other than that, that's it.
Yeah, and I was kind of telling you off camera, and I'll just be shameful. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't paid attention to really any NBA news because it's been so quiet the last few days. So I really haven't been really locked in like that for real, because there's not a lot going on. It's not a lot, popping off right now. This has probably been the weakest free agency year I've seen in a while, because normally it'd be popping off left, right, going crazy, but it's just not a lot going on in the NBA right now. So that's why I'm just sitting there kind of letting Cam do his thing, because I would be honest, it's really not been nothing. I guess, like you said, Paul George probably being the biggest thing that's happened. I did kind of see that, but again, just not really. I'm not really, and I guess I'll kind of go into my draft talk now too. Same thing with that. Like, I'm just kind of like, I didn't tune in. After the Hawks picked that one, I turned it off. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much essentially what it's just been a weak free agency, a weak draft, a weak everything this year. And it's just, it really hasn't been enjoyable. I mean, it's bad when a second round pick and Bronny James is getting the most pub than anything this whole offseason.
Anybody.
Yeah. Yep. So it's kind of crazy.
And in my opinion, not to cut you off, but in my opinion, he wasn't even the Lakers' best draft pick. Ain't nobody talking about it. Connect is insane, bro. That's an insane value. You know what I'm saying? For what they picked, 16, 17, something like that.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, Connect is a huge pickup in my opinion for them. I think that's instant scoring, instant offense that they can add. Maybe off the bench at first, or
I think there's a lot of ageism too going on in the NBA, because it's like, I think a lot of people see that, he was in college for 3 years, he's too old, like he's no good, like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's happening a lot too. And the Lakers, it actually benefited them because they got a really good player at 16, exactly. 17. So that's a win for them.
Yeah, I think that's a huge plus. Also, I forgot to mention, you said it earlier, but Klay Thompson did get that Dallas Mavericks contract, 3 years, $50 million. That was a sign and trade which sent Josh Green to Charlotte. But I think that's a good pickup. Me and you talked about this a couple weeks ago. This might have been our last pod that we said that we didn't feel like Dallas was going to have a chance to get back. this addition of Klay Thompson, I'm not saying he's the same. I'm not saying he's the Klay Thompson of old.
It helps though,
but
for
this
sure.
is a good, this is a huge.
I mean, that's
think
huge.
they lost.
If he's number 3 on your team, that's our 4.
That's big.
That's good.
That's big. Yeah, because they lost. I think they lost Tim Hardaway Jr., which again,
they weren't playing him
towards the end of the season. They weren't playing him. So this is huge. I think the Mavericks have a shot to get back. I do want to talk about another team real quick though. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to come down hard on my guys. The Nuggets ain't did nothing, and I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed. I think we're the biggest losers so far in the free agency in terms of contenders because we ain't did nothing. We lost Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to the Magic. Our draft pick was pretty good. I like Deron Holmes. I think he's pretty good out of Dayton. But he's going to add depth to that the front court.
And didn't the Nuggets lose KCP too?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, we lost him to the Magic.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we lost him to the Magic. So that's why I said we haven't done anything. We should have been in the Klay Thompson sweepstakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get Jokic has actually gone on record. They saying Jokic has actually asked the front office to bring in Russell Westbrook. Jokic and DeAndre Jordan both said that. But yeah, they definitely we have to get. I kind of want DeMar DeRozan too. I don't see why not. I mean, at this point, you might as well. Yeah. You know, I don't see where that hurts. But yeah, absolutely. I think we need to add some kind of talent, something. To be honest, because right now we're losing big time. We need to add either another 3-and-D 2 guard or just add some scoring like DeRozan or Westbrook.
Let me tell you this. While we're calling out BS on our own teams, let me pick up this mic so y'all can hear me clearly. I want to tell you who the real losers. You already know where I'm going. You already know where I'm going. Man. You know who the real losers of free agency and the draft and everything is? The freaking Atlanta Hawks. Let's go. Let's start here. On Thursday night, you go draft some guy I've never even heard of. He looked like if the Water Boys walk up to him in Atlanta, they're going to rob him. He won't know what to do because he can't even speak English barely. He just looks really raw. Zach Reisner, I believe is his name. I might be saying it wrong. I don't see it with dude at all. He's raw. He's too raw to be a number 1 pick. If it was me, I would have forced Alex Sarr. I'd have been like, oh, no, you're coming to Atlanta. I don't care if you don't want to be here. You're coming to Atlanta. Just get ready. Learn lemon pepper wings because that's what you're going to be learning here real soon. I would have told him straight up. But the fact that they was like, oh, we're not going to do that. We're going to go with Risner. And maybe I'm eating crow in a year or two. I don't think I will be. That is an overrated pick. Terrible pick. Then 2 days later, Cam, you follow that up with trading DeJounte Murray for daggone Jasmine Rice at Walmart. You give up DeJounte Murray, which at times this year before Trey got hurt was playing better than DeJounte was playing better than Trey at points this year. I'm just keeping it real. As much as I love Trey,
and played good when he was out.
Yeah, when he was out. Yeah. DeJounte Murray was playing really good. He gets traded after you just gave him a $100 million contract last season. Literally just gave him one. You're already having buyer's remorse and trade him because you've done a terrible job operating. Landry Fields, let me just go ahead and call you out. It's been horrific. The Hawks front office have been horrific. They've been terrible. Honestly, no shade to no Charlotte Hornets. It's been Charlotte Hornets level bad the last 2-3 years. That's why we've stunk. You go ahead and you trade DeJounte Murray for, who was it, Dyson Daniels? We couldn't even get B.I. We couldn't even get B.I. We couldn't even get Herbert Jones, bro.
That's what they should have got. They should have got Brandon Ingram for DeJounte Murray straight up. Straight
up. What are we doing here? Like, I don't know, man. I just don't really understand it. And I didn't like the draft pick. I was out when the trade happened, so I didn't even see it happen until like an hour or two later. People was texting me like, you seen that? You seen it? I was like, what are y'all talking about? Then I finally seen it on Twitter. I was like, whoa, what? We got DeJounte for rice and cookies at Walmart on the dollar menu? Like, what are we doing here? Like, the Hawks have been the biggest to me, disappointment in the whole offseason. I think they're right up there with the worst of them. They ain't did nothing worth noting. The first round pick, I don't like. I think he's just not good. I think it's going to take a long. I just feel like at the number one pick, you can't be taking a developmental player, bro. At the number one pick, bro. Take Alex Sarr. He the closest thing to a sure thing in this draft, bro. And y'all got mad because he didn't want to come here.
Well, see,
I don't know. Why is Clint? Hold on. Why is Clint Capella still on this team?
On the team.
Why is DeAndre Hunter still on the team? Can somebody explain that to me? Why are those two players still on the team? Let's blow it the whole way up if we're gonna do this. Trade two, blow it up completely. If this is what we're gonna do, just blow it up, bro, and say we're starting all the way over. Don't do no half, blow up and keep trading. Just blow it up, bro.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But go ahead, my bad, bro.
No, you good. Let me shed a little more light into the situation in terms of Alex Sarr, matter of fact. So apparently this is allegedly, reportedly, well, I won't say reportedly, but allegedly, Alex Sarr didn't mind coming to Atlanta. His agent was the one that didn't want him to go to Atlanta.
Okay.
And so, because Alex Sarr lived in Atlanta. He played for Overtime Elite for a little bit.
That is right. That is right.
So that
is right.
Allegedly, he was cool with playing in it for Atlanta. His agent was the one that advised him not to, and was the one turning down the workouts. Is what I read online. But with that being said, I'm still with you though. If I was Atlanta, I would have just took him then. If that was the case, because you got to do your homework. Like, I understand that an agent, especially when he's a 18, 19-year-old kid, I get it. You know what I'm saying? His agent kind of is the one that you speak to, but you got to do your homework, and you got to understand, like, if or forget the homework. You got to call the bluff at this point. You got to just be like, man, I'm gonna draft you, and if you don't want to come here, then we're gonna trade you to Washington, and we gonna get Zach anyway, because Washington, he was probably gonna go number 2. We're gonna get Zach, and then we're gonna get an extra pick off of it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Versus, you did what I'm saying. Versus, because like basically what they did when they drafted and then end up getting trade and an extra pick in the process. You know what I'm saying? So I think they should have just did that. If that was the case, I would have just drafted Sarr. And if it was true that he really didn't want to play there, then we're gonna swap him with Washington or whoever, and we're gonna get some picks. Yeah, you're gonna leave with something, exactly. But either way, you would have won. You would have made out better if you had did that, like you said. And then they say Zach. I remember me and you was talking about this. They say Zach is an extra DeAndre Hunter. So at this point, this is what I say your Hawks should do, bro. This is what I say your Hawks should do. DeJounte's already gone, so you can't. I would have said DeJounte for BI straight up, and if that don't work, we keeping DeJounte. That's what I would have said. You know what I'm saying? I would have said DeJounte for BI straight up. Shoot, we'll throw on an extra pick or something, because it don't mean nothing anyway. We'll you know what I'm saying? I would have tried my hardest to get BI. Then what I would have did, I would have took the first round pick. I would have drafted either Sarr or I would have just drafted Sarr. And then if you're not gonna draft Sarr, since you drafted Zach, this is what you're gonna have to do. Get Capella off the team. You're gonna have to find a way to steal one of them bigs from Portland, because Portland is hogging centers right now. They got Robert Covington, they got Klingon in the draft, and they got DeAndre Ayton. Find a way to get one of those guys for Clint Capella and something else. That's what I would do, in my opinion. But
the
either way,
are a poorly ran organization right now. They're poorly ran right now. I mean, since Travis Slink walked out the door, it's been a terrible franchise. Straight up, he walked out the door 2 years ago, and things have not been the same since. I mean, that's just the facts.
Where did he end up going?
I think he just like stepped back like completely. I might be wrong, but I don't believe he's like a part of anything. I don't think he's at a new place or nothing. I think he just was like, I'm done with the GM and stuff, and just stepped away. I could be wrong, but I don't think Travis Slink is like, he might be in the front office, but he's not like, into the making decisions and stuff like that. I don't think he's a part of that anymore. So I think he took like a step back, and that's why Landry Fields has stepped up and started doing stuff, but he's terrible. But yeah, that's just how I feel about that. The Atlanta Hawks are screwed for a while, And it wouldn't be surprising me in the next couple of days, even if we're talking about Trae Young got traded to one of them LA teams. That's where he's going to end up, by the way. Trae Young's going to end up at one of them LA teams before we know it. If not this year, it'll be next year. Yeah, that's why he bought the big house out there in Bel Air. He's going to end up at one of the LA teams, man. He's going to end up. I've been telling people this for the last 2 years since he bought that house. He is pivoting towards the Lakers once LeBron leaves, or the Clippers. More than likely, the Lakers once LeBron leaves.
Yeah.
And it's going to be him and AD and whoever else.
Nasty. Shoot, that's going to be nice.
That's been the rumor around Atlanta for the last 2-3 years. He's going to the Lakers or Clippers. One of them LA teams is where he's going to end up.
You don't think he got a shot to go to San Antonio?
No, he's going to one of those LA teams.
That's where he need to go, in my humble opinion.
San Antonio would make a lot of sense, but trust me, he's going to end up at one of them LA teams. Watch. We're going to be having a conversation in a year from now, and you're going to be like, yep, Tony, you called it. He going to one of them LA teams.
On the 2
year,
like,
I told y'all, bro.
On the 2 year video, we're going to be talking about
Trae Young. I think the Spurs would make a lot of sense for him, though. But he's going to end up at one of them LA teams. I'm almost guaranteed Trae Young's going to end up with one of them LA teams, bro. Straight up. All right.
I would like to see it. To see it. Oh, one more thing before we move on.
Yeah.
Pistons hired JB Bickerstaff.
Good for him. He shouldn't have got fired in the first place.
Exactly.
He shouldn't have got fired in the first place. So I'm glad he's able to get a job. Good for him.
Yep. They drafted without a coach.
They did. Who did Cleveland hire?
They got
they didn't hire Borrego, right? Did they?
They got Kenny, right?
Oh, they did hire Kennedy. I thought they were saying James Borrego was going somewhere. So James Borrego didn't get a job.
They was talking about Borrego to either Cleveland or LA, and he didn't.
He didn't get neither one of them. Okay.
Which in my humble opinion, no disrespect. He shouldn't. Yeah, he shouldn't have. In my opinion, you don't move from JB Bickerstaff to James Borrego. That's nonsense.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. Kenny Atkinson, I can kind of understand because he's been with the Warriors forever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I can kind of get that, but you don't do that for no James Borrego. Absolutely,
no. Yeah. I was just wondering, did he get picked up? Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and move on to some college football for the rest of the night. College football we're in the last month of no college football, bro. College football will be starting at the end of next month. I think week 0 might be like August 24th, 25th, something like that. So we ain't got long, bro. We got like a month and a half or something like that. Almost maybe a little less than 2 months. So we're getting close to college football. So we're going to dive into some college football talk tonight, and then we'll talk about the EA college football game dropping in a few weeks as well, and the trailer that was dropped today. So let's talk about Clemson, our team coming in this week. Now, me and you talked last week a little bit off camera about Clemson and the power rankings. So we talked about that a little bit last week, and you said you had Clemson rated a little higher than me. So I'm going to go ahead and put my take out here now, and I want to see how the comment section and you are going to react to it. I don't think Clemson's a top 15 team in the country. I don't think Clemson's, and this is coming from a Clemson fan, just me taking my Clemson shades off, me being completely unbiased, me being completely truthful. I don't think Clemson is a top 15 team in the country. When I seen they were a top 10 offense on EA college football, I almost passed out. Now, defense, I can understand them being top 6. That defense is good, but that offense was one of the worst offenses in the country last year. They should not be top 10. I'm going to tell you now, the lack of portal, the lack of development from the quarterback position, the lack of offensive lineman development as well at Clemson, which hopefully Matt Luke changes that, and the lack of great wide receivers is holding Clemson back immaculately. It's holding them back bad. And I don't think Clemson is a top 15 team, bro. I'm just telling you. Again, you may disagree. I actually pulled up a list, and I wrote this down last week just for this segment because I said I'm going to pull up the Cam and I'm going to show him every team that I believe is better than Clemson. And I want your take on it afterwards. So here are the teams that I have that are, to me, better than Clemson. Georgia. Would you argue that one? Yeah, I don't think you would argue that one. Ohio State. Would you argue that one? Would you argue Oregon? I wouldn't. Would you argue Alabama? I wouldn't. Would you argue Texas? I wouldn't. Would you argue LSU? I'm sorry, I wouldn't. Would you argue Penn State at this point? I don't think I would. I think Penn State is a better team than Clemson at this moment. I think they are at this moment. I actually also as well have Notre Dame over Clemson. Now, I know you're going to say now they just beat them a couple of months ago. I think Notre Dame's going to be better this year, especially defensively. They're going to be better. And I think they're going to be improved on the offense as well with the dude from Duke. I can't think of his name. What is that kid's name from Duke?
Riley
Leonard. He's a better quarterback, probably the best quarterback they done had since, really? What's that dude that went to the Saints a couple years ago? Ian Book. Yeah. He better than him. So I would put Notre Dame over Clemson at this point. Ole Miss, would you argue that? I think Ole Miss got a better team than Clemson right now. Missouri, who's coming off of a 10-win season, 10 wins. I think they are better than Clemson right now. I have already named you 12 teams off the rip that I think are better than Clemson. Is not even a question. So I haven't even got to the debatables yet. I haven't got to the Utahs where I think it's kind of debatable. I haven't even got to that section yet. So to me, I don't think Clemson's a top 15 team, bro. I'm being honest. I think they're probably in that 17, 18 area, 19. But you seem to think differently. Now, again, before I let you go, I think Clemson's defense is top 5 in the country. Mm-hmm. There's probably only 5 or 6 defenses I would maybe put above Clemson's. That's obviously Georgia or Ole Miss, maybe argument for Iowa, maybe argument for them because they're really good as well. I would probably put Clemson right up in there at 4 or 5. So I think Clemson's defense, this slander for Clemson is not for the defense. None of it. This ain't for them. It's for the offense. The offense is the problem. The development of quarterbacks is the problem. The development of the wide receiving core and creating separation is the problem. The lack of using the transfer portal to plug the holes where you messed up in recruiting is the problem by Dabo Swinney. The not using tight ends, that's a problem.
Huge problem.
So, again, that's why I don't think Clemson is a top, to me, personally, I don't think they're a top 15 team, in my opinion. Floor is yours.
Yeah. So, defensively, just to get out the way, I think it's Georgia and Ohio State. I think they're the only 2 I can say that's probably better than Clemson. Everybody else is a toss-up, or I think it's us. You know what I'm saying? I'm super confident in the defense. All 11 starters. I ain't got no issue with none of them. You dig what I'm saying? Offensively. So here's my stance. This is what I was trying to say last week. They said power rankings.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when the coaches poll comes out, when the AP poll comes out, when the college football playoff poll comes out, yes, Clemson's going to be lower than 10 or 6 is what college football, the game had them. They're going to be lower than 6. We know that. They probably going to start the season 12 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're going to be around there. And I would agree with that because it's about the eye test. You know what I'm saying? It's about what we've seen. It's about how you beat teams or how you come into the season. It's about the spring game, which the offense didn't look good at all. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the defense was outstanding, of course. And it could be the offense didn't look good because the defense is that good, or it could be the defense looked fantastic because the offense just stinks. Yeah. We don't know yet, but based off of the last couple of years, it's probably the latter, right?
Yep.
But here's why I say that Clemson, even though me and you both said they probably shouldn't have been at 6, this is why I say I think top 10 in the power rankings is fine.
Okay.
Simply because they had Notre Dame in there. I think we're a better team than Notre Dame. Simply because we beat them last year and we're Clemson, they're Notre Dame. It's kind of been back and forth the last couple of years, but I really do believe that we're right there with them, if not better. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And there was another team you named that I said, Penn State. Because I think Penn State's in a similar situation as us.
They kind of are.
You know what I'm saying? Defensively, they're very good. Very good. But offensively, quarterback play is kind of mid sometimes, right? Sometimes it can be pretty inspiring, or it can be you can see the potential is what I was trying to say. It can be you can see the potential, but a lot of times it's just not there, right?
Yeah.
But to get to my point, I think power ranking wise, Clemson has talent all across the board. Mm-hmm. All across the board. Running back room. Phil Moffitt is one of the best backs in the country.
Yeah,
right? He
absolutely.
probably a top 20 running back, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wide receiver wise, Tyler Brown, Antonio Williams, both of those guys are really good. We would love to see what they could have done with a legit quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even a Kelly Bryant type of quarterback, a Taj Boyd type of quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We would have loved to see what they could have did with those types of quarterbacks because they still getting after it with, with what we got now. And then you got Bryant Westco and TJ Moore coming in, and they've been turning heads, right? You said it yourself. The offensive line should be improved because they're all coming back, right? And in the tight end room, you already know how I feel about Brendan Stool. I think he's one of the best tight ends in the country. He's just underutilized.
Absolutely.
Right? So on paper, which is how they typically do power rankings, that's why I say Clemson should be top 10. Because the issue is the quarterback position. And even on paper, Cade should be better than what he really is. Because he's going into his junior season now. This is the second year in the offense. Cade should be good this year. There's no excuse for him. Everything is right there. He should be good. So power ranking wise, I think we belong in the top 10. Now, the AP polls come out. If we top 10 and a team like Ole Miss, we talked about this on stream. If a team like Ole Miss is below us, then I have a problem. Because that don't make sense. If a team like Missouri is below us, then I got a problem because that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Even teams like Penn State or Notre Dame, if we're the AP polls for some reason come out and we number 8 and they sitting back there in 15 and 16, I got a problem. Right. Yeah, I got a problem because that don't make sense to me. But in terms of power ranking, I will put Clemson's team on paper. I will put us against anybody in the country and think we got a shot. But it's Cade Klubnik. It's just the quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get to that next. So that you kind of just made my point. The reason I don't believe in Clemson is because of Cade Klubnik. I'll just cut right to it. I don't believe in him. He can make me a hater. He can make me a meme, whatever. I don't. I think the kid I think he's a great guy, great kid. Seems like a nice, young man. So this is nothing personal. This is just me watching the game. Cade Klubnik is a low IQ player. Yeah. I'm not calling you stupid, Cade, but you make a lot of stupid decisions. I mean, come on now. Am I lying? Let's go. Let's talk about it. Last year, right? Let's talk about it. The Georgia Tech game, he pulled on a play he was not supposed to pull on again, like he did the week before, and Dabo literally told him, do not pull the ball, and he still did it anyway.
That was a Miami game, right? Where he pulled.
He did it the week before in Miami, which costed us a game.
Yeah.
Right? And he turns around the next week and does the same thing against Georgia Tech. He just doesn't make a lot of smart decisions. Again, I'm not calling you stupid, Cade. This is not personal. But you are kind of like a stupid player. You make a lot of dumb decisions. Like, your decision-making is very questionable. It is what it is. It's nothing personal, but that's what it is. And as long as he is at quarterback, and if can't nobody beat out Cade Klubnik, then we got a bigger problem in Clemson.
Yeah, issue. Yeah.
Clemson has been known to have great quarterbacks. Taj Boyd, Deshaun Freakman Watson, even Kelly Bryant. I would even throw him in there at this point.
You got Woody. You got Homer Jordan. You can go way back.
I mean,
you got Charlie Whitehurst.
At least in the Dabo Sweeney era, they've had elite quarterbacks at least good to great quarterbacks. The last 4 years, we haven't seen that with DJU, and we haven't seen that with Cade. Nope. Both of those players just make really questionable decisions. Now, in Cade's defense, I will give him this. The wide receivers he's working with are not the best. Now, again, I like Tyler Brown. I think he's a good player. I like Antonio Williams. I think he's a good player. But back in the day on those elite Clemson teams, that's wide receiver 3, buddy. Wide receiver 4. There's 3 other guys probably better than those type of guys. No shade.
Absolutely.
No shade at all. That's no knock because Clemson used to be wide receiver U for 10 years, pretty much.
Yeah, for sure.
So, again, that's no shade to Tyler Brown. There's no shade to Antonio Williams. There's no shade to none of them. But back on those elite teams, they was Artavius Scott. They were the 3rd best wide receiver on the team.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with that when you got 2 elite wide receivers in front of you. So I do want to give Cade a little bit, and even DJU, I'll give him even a little bit of grace because the wide receivers have not developed well at Clemson.
I think especially DJ, not to cut you off, but
Yeah,
especially DJ with the
yeah,
wide receiver core for
was
sure.
terrible.
Yeah, it was real bad
Was
with him.
terrible. Like it's as soon as Jeff Scott left out the building, it's like all the good wide receivers left too. I mean, honestly, that's just the truth. So again, I do want to give them a little bit of caution. So let me ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about this game a lot this summer. What are your expectations for Georgia versus Clemson week 1? Truly, what are your expectations? Boy, can't even say nothing. Boy, can't even say nothing.
I can't even listen. So my expectations. So I'm not gonna be dumb. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and be one of these homers. Oh, we're beating them week 1. We got them. Nah. The expectation, the bottom line is we're losing the game. All right, we're losing the game. Listen. I'm not one of those people that think your team can go 12-0 every single year. It's not. No, it's literally not possible. I mean, we didn't go 12-0 every year with Trevor Lawrence. We didn't go 12-0 every year with Freak Man. You know what I'm saying? It's not possible. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just lose a game. It's cool. And this is a good game to lose because this is literally the best team in the country. It's fine. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? It's perfectly fine. But here's the deal. If we can pull up like we did, what was that, 4 years ago?
That was 2021 season. So
3. Yeah, so 3 years ago. If we can pull up like that, if we can just if it can just be like that.
Yep.
Okay. If it can just be like that, I'm cool with that. Don't do what Florida State did, that embarrassing loss. Yeah. Where they should have gotten relegated back to high school because that was real embarrassing. Don't get blued out like that. Yeah. Because you're gonna embarrass me like that. Don't do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you get blown out, if you lose 42-20, that's cool. I'll take that. I'm not really worried about that. You know what I'm saying? If you lose, mess around and lose 28-21, shoot, I'm going through the season.
I'll be proud of them. Yeah.
Shoot, I'm going through the season thinking we gonna make the college football playoff.
Yeah.
If you do that.
Same.
But if just don't go out there and lose 63-3 or whatever that score was. Don't do that. Yeah. Expectation wise, I'm gonna leave it at this. If they play, my man said it on Twitter. I can't think of who it was, but I think it's black quarterback. I forget his name on Twitter, bro. But you know who I'm talking about. I think he's a Clemson fan with us. If they take the ball out of Cade's hands, I think we'll fare better. I don't think we'll get blown out if they take the ball out of his hands. So that's the real issue. Same thing like you just said. It's Cade, bro. If Cade, if we limit his low IQ chances, if we limit the low IQ chances and we take the ball out of his hands, we feed the running backs, we do easy rhythm passes for Cade. If we get the tight end involved, I think we okay, bro. I think. I'm not saying we're gonna win, but I think we at least can hang in there. You know what I'm saying? We at least got some kind of shot, right? But the expectation is that we're gonna lose the game.
Yeah. I mean, for me, same thing. Just be competitive. That's all I ask. Just don't get blown out by 30 points. Like, you know what I'm saying? 28-14, I'll take that L. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least y'all was competitive. Yeah. Like, I don't think many, besides the delusion and sunshine pumpers, I don't think nobody's expecting us to win. Let's just be honest. Just be, and this is coming from me. Everybody thinks I'm like the hardest Clemson fan ever on them, but just be competitive, bro. Like, I'm not even asking y'all to win the game. Like, just be competitive, keep within 10 to 14 points, and I'll be happy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I will take that. Now, that's sad coming from where we used to be, but I'll take that though. Like, if we lose 24-14, Clemson, good job. We hung in there. I can live with that. And that might even give me some hope for the season. Like, okay, we hung in there with Georgia from the majority of the game. We should be all right.
Yeah, we should be all right.
We might be okay. K looks all right against a really good defense. We might be all right. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm not expecting nothing more than that. So let me ask you a couple other questions. And this is countrywide now. We're talking about the whole college football. Okay. I'll give my team first. Who is a team that you're kind of looking at as a sleeper? I know I have one. Now, last year, you remember on this podcast, around this time, I was the one who said Washington was the team I
You
was looking
did.
out for.
You did.
And
Yep,
they
you
ended
did.
up in the daggone national championship. I'm
You
telling you, the
did.
team I'm looking out for is really two of them, and both of them in the ACC. NC State and Virginia Tech. Watch out for both of those teams. Nobody's talking about them. Everybody's just kind of leaving them in the weeds. If you look at NC State's schedule, it's extremely easy after they leave Clemson. Extremely easy. If they get out of that Tennessee week 2 game and that Clemson week 4 game unscathed, bro, they have a chance to go undefeated, bro. Like, I don't know if you've seen their schedule. They have a chance to go undefeated.
Yeah, I saw it. Pull it up.
You,
Pull it up.
yeah. Let me pull it up. But again,
I might. You want me to do it? I might. Let me
yeah,
do it.
go ahead.
You
But
go ahead.
again, they have a schedule to where if they get to past Clemson, and their two hardest games are right at the beginning of the season. So if they beat Tennessee, which I think that game is in Charlotte, and then if they beat Clemson in Clemson, which is probably going to be the hardest game of the year for them, if they get past those two games, I think NC State has a great chance of making the college football playoffs. That's just my personal opinion. And same thing with Virginia Tech, too. Virginia Tech, if you go look at their schedule, they're bringing back, I think, like every single starter, I believe, from last year. And you've seen improvements with them towards the end of last season. If they can get past a couple of these games at the beginning of the season for Virginia Tech, I believe they can run the table as well. I'm not run the table, but at least get like 10 wins. So those are two teams I'm automatically kind of looking at. And I think they could be, possibly playoff bound, especially NC State. Because like I said, if NC State can get past Clemson unscathed, they're like 4-0 at that point. Oh yeah, they're definitely going to the playoffs. I'll
Do
just go
me
ahead
a
and call it.
do me a favor
Yep.
and explain. Well, actually, let me pull up the schedule for you real quick.
Okay.
And then I was gonna say explain. Shoot, I didn't want to do that. Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Do that. Let me pull this up.
Okay.
Slide share screen. Let me know if you can see it.
Yep. I'll let you know when I can see it. Yep, I can see it now. I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the stage. There we go.
You can still see it. Okay. Oh
Yep.
shoot. All right, bet.
Yep. So okay, let me see if
So
I can make this a little. Can I
yeah,
make this a little bit of? Yeah, there we go.
I can do it. I can do it. Well,
Yep.
you got it. That's good.
Yeah, I got it. Yep. So looking at this NC State schedule, and if you're seeing this on YouTube or Twitter, you can see it live, and on the audio, I'm sorry, y'all. We're just gonna go through the schedule. So they got Western Carolina week 1, Thursday night game. Should be an easy dub, right? I think we all agree there. Then they play Tennessee in Charlotte on September the 7th. That's going to be a tough game for them. SEC opponent, really good defense, solid offense. Then they play LA Tech. Should be a dub, right?
Yeah.
Then they go to Clemson. So also as well, tough game. Going to be in Clemson, a place they've struggled to win. So again, that's going to be a tough one. And then after that, to me, it's Cakewalk City. To me, honestly, Northern Illinois University, they not beating them.
Yeah.
Wake, they not beating them. Syracuse is kind of interesting because I do think Syracuse will be improved this year, but that game is at home for NC State. They're not beating them. Cal, I think NC State's winning that game. Only thing that might trip them up against Cal is that they do have to go across country. So that is going to be a little intriguing. Maybe that might be a tricky one, playing up against a guy like Jaden Ott, but I still think they'll win this game. Stanford is another one, but that one's at home. I think they win that game. Duke is probably going to take a step back from last year because they lost a lot and they're a new team.
Lost their coach,
yeah.
Lost everything.
So I think that's a dub. Then that next, they take a break, and then that Thursday, they play Georgia Tech. That should be a dub as well at home. And then they play North Carolina. They've dominated them the last 3 out of the last 4 years. So again, when North Carolina was a better team. So to me, if they get past Clemson, bro, if they get past Tennessee and Clemson, bro, I think they're going undefeated, bro. I'm being so honest. I don't really see anybody on here that really poses a threat to me, in my personal opinion, for NC State. Because defense travels. They don't have one of the better defenses in the country.
Yeah. They got a pretty nice schedule here. I think of course Tennessee and Clemson gonna be their probably toughest 2 opponents.
Yeah.
But again, you never know. See, the thing about it is, shout out to our boy Grayson. He's a big NC State fan. He don't believe in NC State as much as you do, and that's his team.
Yeah.
Now, he says he's used to. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he says he's used to the team underperforming. So why do you think this year is going to be the year they finally put it all together?
I'm gonna tell you why I think this year's the year they put it all together. I think NC State puts it all together because, for one, they focused on the portal. They went
Yeah,
out and actually got talented guys in the portal. Now, I
yeah,
think Grayson is not a big fan of Grayson McCall either, if I can recall correctly.
yeah. Correct,
I don't think he's a
correct.
big fan of him. I hate to tell you this, Grayson. Grayson McCall is a better quarterback than what y'all had last year, period. Completely. He was better than MJ Morris. He was better than the dude y'all got from Virginia last year. He's better than both of them. And
Brennan
it's not
Armstrong.
really even close. They
Yeah, I
also went in
agree.
the portal and got Hollywood Smothers, another good running back that's going to be helpful with the running back they added from Duke that was in the portal in Jordan Waters. So they've upgraded their running back room twice with better production than they had last year. The two running backs they got now at NC State are better than they probably had since, it's been a while, essentially. Like it's been a minute.
Yeah,
It's the best running back room they've had in a minute. Then you go to the wide receiving core, right? You go pick up a guy like Noah Rogers that was at Ohio State, top 5 recruit in the state of North Carolina when he came out just a year ago. Out of that area, up there in Raleigh, you get him. He's going to be able to come in and make an impact immediately. He was sitting on the bench at Ohio State because it's Ohio State. You know
so
what I'm
Ohio
saying?
State.
Like,
Yeah,
you feel me?
NFL guys in front of him.
Exactly. So he was sitting on the bench at Ohio State, so he decided to come home. He's going to make an impact. Then you go and bring back a guy like Aiden White, who had decided to go to the portal at first and was going to be highly sought after. And he's one of the better cornerbacks in the ACC. You go and bring him back. So again, bro, I'm going to be honest, man. NC State always keeps a decent defense. It don't matter who they lose. They're going to keep a decent defense, bro. That's just what they do. They're going to keep a decent defense. And I'm just telling you now, I think NC State is going to be a good team this year. I really do, bro. I really
Yeah.
do.
Hey, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not against it. I don't. Obviously, a lot more about the transfer portal and what they brought in than I
Yeah.
do. So, um, I'm with you though, man. I think if they get past Clemson, even just based on last year, how good they were. If they bring back, or after Clemson, excuse me, if they get past Clemson and get past Tennessee, even if they don't actually no, we said this before, they don't even really have to get past Tennessee. You know
No,
what I'm
because they're
saying?
not a conference team.
If they just get past Clemson and they run that table, I think they're sitting pretty, man. To be completely frank with you, and I think they're a sleeper, absolutely a sleeper playoff team. I want you to touch on Virginia Tech real quick too.
Yep.
I'm gonna bring up their schedule here.
Okay. I'll
Um,
go ahead and unshare this just for whatever.
yeah,
But
I want you to touch on Virginia Tech because I'm not as surprised as what you said about NC State. I know you've been talking about Virginia Tech for a little bit now, but I'm still kind of mind blown about them because they've been trash for about 10 years now.
correct.
So I just want to
Virginia
know.
Tech, one thing that Virginia Tech does have right now that's in their advantage is, for one, an easy schedule, similar to NC State. And then also as well, their experience. Like, I think they bring every single last starter back from last year. I
Okay.
could be wrong, but I believe they bring every single starter back. So we got your schedule up now. So let's go through this. Again, you look at the schedule, pretty easy. Like Vanderbilt, they should win that game. Marshall, they should win that game. ODU, again, they should win that game. Rutgers is an improved team. They should win that game. Miami is going to be improved, but again, it's Miami. We know how this goes. So again, that's going to be a tough game for them. But again, it's going to be a game they're probably not going to be favored in, but they can win this game. Stanford, they should win that game. Boston College, they should win that game. Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech have always had a tricky little rivalry. So you kind of never know with those type of games there. And is that game in Atlanta or is that game? Okay, that game's at home.
That's it.
So
That's
that
in
works in their
Virginia.
favor.
That's in Blacksburg.
So that works in their favor. Syracuse is one I just don't know because they're so quiet, but they got a new coach, new regime. I'm going to say that's probably a win. Then they got Clemson, but they got Clemson at their place in Blacksburg. So that's going to be a good game as well. Then they have Duke and Virginia. What teams on the schedule are really screaming, oh, they're going to beat Virginia Tech this year? The only two I see that really have potential of beating Virginia Tech this year is Clemson and Miami. They get past those two, we having the same conversation we having about NC State. They avoid Florida State. They play Clemson at home. I think Virginia Tech is also set up well. if they can get it right. If Brent Pry can continue to sustain the culture he is sustaining, and also as well continue to lead on that experience he's going to have with this team, I think they can. I think they can as well go like 10 wins this year easily, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean they just gonna have
I
to
mean,
be a
they were
team
just a
that I
game
gotta.
out of being in the ACC championship last year. So,
Yeah, they just gonna have to be a team that I gotta see.
yep.
To be honest with you, I mean I don't like I said I don't know. They schedule do look kind of it do look very like if this was Clemson's
Cakewalkish,
schedule, yeah, if this was Clemson's schedule, boy.
undefeated,
Yeah, it should be.
undefeated. It should
It
be.
should be. Yeah, it
Yeah,
should be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on that for sure. But again, they're not Clemson though. They don't have that.
it's
They
true.
they aren't us. So um you never know. I really couldn't tell you. But it does look like it's a pretty favorable schedule. Miami and Clemson really are the only two. You right. They really are the only two teams that I could say probably get them boys trouble.
Yep.
Excuse me, just based off of what I know, just based off of what the team was last year.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm with you for sure.
Let me ask you one more question before we change to EA college football. Who do you think is a little bit overrated this offseason? Who do you think is a little
Um,
bit overrated?
actually, hold on. Let me give you my sleepers.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. My
First,
bad. My
yeah.
bad.
My sleepers is gonna be so NC State was one of mine too. To be honest with you, based off of last year, I know you said them already. NC State is one. Man. I don't even know. I'm trying to think who else out there. Actually, well, let me put it this way.
Okay.
I don't know if they a sleeper. They're not really a sleeper, but I think how do I say it? They not a sleeper though. But I think I would put a couple of dollars on Oregon. Let me put it that way. I think Oregon's good, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think they're good too. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I think like
you think people are just putting Ohio State and Georgia in a completely different section and leaving Oregon behind.
And leaving
Okay.
Oregon.
That's
I
not
think they
crazy.
leaving. I think they leaving Oregon. Because I really think Oregon's probably, if I had to say, they probably number 3. If I had to say at minimum. And I think they actually have a really good chance to win the whole thing this year.
They're gonna play Ohio State this year.
They do?
Yeah, they're in the same conference now. They play on October 12th.
They played them last year too.
That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So I think they beat them. Yeah.
They beat them in the shoe. They beat them at Ohio State.
So I think, man, they got Dylan Gabriel. We know that. They're bringing Tez Johnson back, right?
Yep.
Like, I just think they have a really good chance to win it, to be honest with you. The whole thing.
I don't think that's crazy.
Especially and then like you said,
I don't think that's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because we know they're probably gonna be in. And even if they get, and I hate to say it, but even if Dylan Gabriel for some reason were to go down, they got Dante Moore as his backup, right?
Yep, exactly.
So you know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty good for them. And then as far as NC State goes, you already know. You already just said it pretty much. They got a pretty favorable schedule outside of Tennessee and Clemson. And the Tennessee game don't even matter. So that much. A team that's overrated. Ooh. Man. I feel
like AD gave you alley-oop because I definitely had them on my list.
What did he say?
I got Florida State. I think Florida State is overrated, bro. Not gonna lie.
Go ahead. Give me your thoughts on Florida State.
I think Florida State is a little bit overrated. I do think they'll still be competitive in the ACC because it's the ACC. So I still see them winning like 9-10 games, but they won't go no 13-0. That ain't happening this season for them. I don't think that'll happen for them this season. With DJU at quarterback, I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen. 12, 11 wins, maybe 10. Maybe because the ACC is just kind of weak right now. Honestly, it's literally Florida State, Miami, Clemson, and I would say NC State. But you're down rating at pretty much almost every position on the field. Trey
Every
Benson
single
is
one.
better than Rodell Williams. He's better than him. That's their running back. Obviously, Jordan Travis is a better quarterback than DJU. I don't think nobody's arguing that. The wide receiver position, they're downgrading as well. I mean, they're just downgrading really across the board.
They lost everything. Edge rusher, defensive
yeah,
tackle.
yeah. I mean, again, so I think to me, Florida State's probably going to be a 9-win team probably this season. You know, they might be still competitive in the ACC. They might even still make it to the ACC, but to the ACC championship, I don't think they're going to be on that same level. So that's my team. I would say that's a little overrated, in my opinion.
Only team that's coming to mind for me, and again, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm buying into the whole. I don't believe in Penn State, bro. I never do. I just put it that way. Yeah. I never do.
They got to win the big games. I understand that.
You know what I'm saying? I just never do. I think they have so much talent. They got Abdul Carter on the edge, right? Yep. I just don't understand the hype. You know what I'm saying? I just don't quite get it. Offensively, they don't really do it for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not saying
Ayla's is kind of similar to Cade, honestly.
That's what I'm saying.
I get it. They got two solid running backs in Creighton Allen and Nick Singleton. But I mean, yeah, they lost Camber, what's his name? Lambert Smith. He ended up going to Auburn. That was their top wide receiver. So yeah, they definitely have some question marks at on that team for sure.
Right. But at the same time though, are they really? Do we consider them title contenders though? Are they playoff contenders? They are playoff.
They're definitely playoff contenders for sure.
Do we consider them title contenders? That's why I'm trying to figure out of the title contenders.
No.
I mean, I don't think Alabama is overrated, but I think they do have some question marks that we need to talk about.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because they got a new coach coming in. I think and they had a lot of people transfer out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So I think especially because they lost Caleb Downs and they lost Bond, right? And they lost Isaiah Bond.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's I wouldn't say they're overrated because they're still Alabama. I still think that they can get it done.
Yep.
I still think they can make it to the college football playoff. They can be a 10-win team. But they don't have Georgia on the schedule, do they, this year? Or do they?
Oh, that's a good question. I can check for you, but I'm not sure if they play Georgia or not.
Because conveniently,
this year? I'm not sure. Maybe somebody in the comment section.
Conveniently, they seem to miss out on.
They might. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
they might.
So, AB said Miami's kind of overrated. I kind of agree with that too. I don't buy that. I'm not drinking that juice.
They are every year. That's why I didn't put them on my list.
Yeah. I'm not drinking that juice either. But
they do play Georgia this year. They do play Georgia.
Okay.
So they do play Georgia this year on September 28th. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Share Alabama schedule real quick.
Yep, they do play them. Okay, let me bring it up real quickly. Hold on.
I just want to see what's good with them. That's it. I just want to see. Yeah, then we can move on.
You good? I'm trying to get it up right now. It's acting slow. My Wi-Fi is acting a little slow. So just y'all bear with me here. I'm not at home. Let me see. Present. Share screen. Just whatever. All right. Let me know when y'all can.
Okay.
Can y'all see my screen?
It's loading. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah.
My Wi-Fi is kind of going in and out right now, guys. So just bear with me.
You good. So Western Kentucky, USF, Wisconsin. Right. I think we losing them. But chat, let us know what y'all think, man. Who do y'all think is overrated? Who do y'all think is underrated? Yeah, I think we losing you a little bit.
Yeah, my signal is going crazy. Hold on. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we lost.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop sharing screen. Hold on.
Yeah, you sound better now, but we just can't really see you. But You good though. But yeah, chat. Let us know who y'all think is overrated, underrated,
Okay,
man. I want to know.
hold
I want to know what
on
y'all thoughts are
for a
on
second.
that.
Yeah, this thing's acting crazy. Hold on. Keep going, Cam. Go ahead. The Wi-Fi.
Yeah, yeah. But who y'all think is overrated, underrated, man? I think, like I said, I think Alabama is one of those teams you kind of got to look out for. Obviously, they're always going to be in the mix. But do y'all think that? You know what I'm saying, y'all think they can hit 11, 12 wins this year? Do y'all think, are they going to be back in the SEC championship? What's good with Alabama? Also, let me know, did the SEC go divisionless, or are they still doing divisions? Is it still East and West? Um, because I don't know, man. I think the SEC maybe 10 or 11. Yeah.
All right, I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Is everything clear?
Yeah, you good.
Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know what was happening. As soon as I started sharing my screen, it went crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
y'all seen Alabama schedule. They got kind of tough schedules. They got Georgia, Missouri. They got some
Saw
tough
that.
games on there.
I saw that. LSU was on there too.
LSU, obviously, they play them every year, so they
Yeah.
got some tough games,
So
man. So
I don't know, man. I think they're gonna be a team. They divisionless now. SEC is divisionless now.
yeah, they are.
Okay, so
They're the
I
best two
think
teams.
actually I'm gonna keep it a whole band with you. I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Then Alabama probably not making the
I
SEC
don't think they
championship
are
this
either.
year.
I
It's
don't think
probably
they're
gonna
making
be
the ACC. I don't think Alabama's making the SEC championship
nah.
either.
It's probably gonna be Georgia and
I would
Texas.
put, in my personal opinion, bro, I would put Texas over them at this point. I would probably put Georgia over them at this point too. And
Yeah,
now that it's not divisions, I mean, yeah, I would probably put Alabama at number 3, which would leave them out.
bro. Dare I say, you can make an argument. I think Ole Miss got a case, bro,
Yeah,
over
same.
Alabama.
Yeah, Ole Miss as
You know what
well.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Ole Miss
they have
got a
a
case
case as
over
well.
Alabama. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So
Ole
because
Miss
they
definitely has a case.
Ole Miss got experience at least.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. They did lose Quinshawn Judkins though to
Yeah,
Ohio State, which
Ohio
is
State. Yeah.
absolutely insane. But hey,
Well, we're getting close to
it is.
college football season, folks. So it's getting exciting, man. But y'all know what I came to talk about the last 5 minutes. Y'all know what I got to talk about. That daggone Dynasty trailer dropped today, Cam, earlier today, and man, it was beautiful, bro. I think EA did it. I think EA did it, man.
Yeah, bro.
I might have to take my EA slander back. I think they did it. What did you think of the Dynasty trailer that dropped today for EA College Football? What did you think?
Yeah, so I was watching your stream,
Yeah.
and I was watching you. I was working, so
Mhm.
I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention, but
Yep.
I was listening to what you was reading. But I did watch the video. I ain't gonna lie, that Dynasty look in depth, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is what you was telling me. So because I remember me and you was talking about it, I think this was last year, matter of fact, on the pod. We was talking about this and we was saying that because I was telling you how I thought NCAA 13 and 14 used to be so in depth. And you was like, nah, Kim. Like back in the day, it used to
Yeah.
be real deep. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And this right here, when I was watching, I was like, bro, this is insane. How am I supposed to keep up with all this? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really a dynasty player like I was Road to Glory, but this looks like a dynasty that I'm probably going to try to invest a little bit in, man.
Yeah.
One thing I did, like I say, probably my favorite part is the conference realignment, so you can do that.
Yep.
I don't know if you can delete conferences, but you can increase. You can have super conferences.
Yep. Up to
So
20.
I really like that. I like how they said that you can play the college football playoff before we actually see it in action. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Also didn't realize that the national championship is in Atlanta this year, which
Yeah,
is really
it
cool.
is.
Didn't know that. So that's one of the things that I like. The whole the patches on your jersey changing if you change your conference. So they had Clemson and the MAC in the trailer, which is insane. And in the helmet, the players getting patches over the season.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yep,
That's really cool too. Man, and then just the whole recruiting aspect of it. Your coach coming in, he can be an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator, and then he can kind of work his way up through it. You can choose. I know you said you wanted to do recruiter, but you can choose recruiter, tactician, and what's the other one?
Motivator.
Motivator. Yeah. So I don't know. It's a lot. I'm gonna watch your video tonight, matter of fact, because I'm sure you broke it down even more in that one.
I did.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight because I ain't reading no 80 pages.
Yeah, bro.
EA,
My
but
video I dropped on YouTube earlier is like 36 minutes long, bro.
yeah, I was like, yeah, T got him one, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it's gonna be I don't know, man. It's really, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Because we know you this your game, bro.
This my love. This is my love, bro. You feel me? So let me cook real quick. Cam, I think EA did it. I think EA just created the best football game ever created. I don't want to jump off the gun too crazy, but I'm telling you, bro, from what I see from that trailer today, and don't let the gameplay be good too. When we see it in 2 weeks, man, chat. I don't know, bro. I think it's the greatest football game we've ever seen. I mean, the in-depthness in recruiting. Now, for you, because I know you said you're not big on the recruiting aspect of stuff. There's actually a thing on there that they didn't highlight as much, where you can go to actions and you can actually have it automated. So, like, you can have them do the same thing every week to recruit, and you don't even have to touch it because it's already automatic in there. So if you're not a big recruiter, just say you want to talk to a player about a pitch every week till it's time to schedule them a visit. You can do that on there. They didn't talk about that much, but there is a little action section there that you can click. So for the people that's saying like it's too in depth and stuff like that, it's a way that's going to be even easier for you, where you can just go in there, literally put in there, I want to call the player and talk about his, academic prestige, whatever.
Yeah,
you can do that. So that's for the people that don't want the in-depth recruiting, but you know me, I'm a sicko. I wanted it all. And they delivered it. EA, man, I'm telling y'all, bro. I think I gave EA. I've forgiven EA. I'm not gonna, for all the stuff they put me through the last 10 years with daggone Madden. I think I'm ready to forgive them after what I've seen today. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was one of the best trailers I ever seen in my life. I was sitting there grinning the whole 6 minutes and 18 seconds. It was tremendous. And I think we are on our way to seeing economy go down in America, because males from the age of about 25 to 50 are about to be in the house in the next couple of weeks, playing this game, getting right. And I mean, you can say lower than that. People from the age of like 15 to like 50, you know what I'm saying, are probably about to be in the house just playing this game. So I'm locked in. I'm excited. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so fun, bro. And I can't wait to just like play with my friends and stuff like that, play with y'all and just kind of get ready to just have fun, bro, and just really get ready to kick off the football season. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely excited about it. And I thought the trailer today was great. Another thing too in the trailer, they didn't talk about it much, but you can decommit. Like if you don't meet, so a player can commit and then flip their commitment on signing day. So that was something that they didn't bring up either, but it was in the blog post. I broke that down in my video. Y'all can go check that out on YouTube, Tea Time Gaming. But you know what I'm saying? It's just in depth, bro. And I love that. So I think the Road to Glory deep dive is next, which is next week. And I think that's the last like deep dive anybody's gonna care about. And that's gonna be the week before the game comes out, because
they might do. They're gonna combine that one with the Road to College Football Playoff one.
I'm guessing so. I'm guessing it's going to be combined with that and probably Ultimate Team as well.
But see, I didn't see. So you remember when they showed the menu? I didn't see Road to Glory on there, unless I just missed it. I just saw Play Now.
I didn't see Road to Glory either on that menu.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's going to be on there because they said at the end of the message, Road to Glory Deep Dive is coming next week or next.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, they said it. So Road to Glory is going to be in the game. It's definitely going to come there. So it'll be here probably next Tuesday is my guess.
Okay.
And then that following week, the game will be out. So
what's good with Team Builder real quick? Is it online only?
That's a good question. So Team Builder, so this was the rumor. The rumor was that Team Builder was supposed to drop 2 weeks before the game comes out.
Okay.
Buddy, we're past the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't really, we know it's in the game. They've confirmed it. They even confirmed it again today that Team Builder is in the game, but we don't really know when it's going to drop. So I don't know what's going on with Team Builder. But it should be out really any given day now at this point. So I think because you need at least like a week or two to just build your team, because you have to go on the website and do all that stuff. So again, I mean, I think we should hear something about Team Builder maybe even by the end of this week. And if not this week, definitely the beginning of next week. We need to know, because you'll be within, I mean, like 7 or 8 days from the game coming out at that point.
Right.
So yeah.
Is it true that it's online only, or can you play with your team offline?
So that's a great question. The thing is, on an online Dynasty, you can play with the team that you create, Team Builder.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to just play a quick game with like by yourself on team with a Team Builder team, you can do that as well. So
Okay.
online Dynasty, but you can't do it on an offline Dynasty. So it has to be online to where it's like a protect. I don't know if you know Madden like that, but on Madden they have offline dynasties and online dynasties. So online dynasty can literally just be yourself, but it's like an online dynasty where you have to put a password in or whatever the case may be. But you still it has to be like to where it's protected some type of way. I don't know why EA is doing that, but they are. Maybe for lawsuit reasons. But yeah.
I kind of have a feeling why they're doing that. It's probably for data. I mean,
Yeah, maybe that too.
That's probably they just trying to collect and see what the team's looking like that they build. But I don't know, man. They're gonna have to fix that.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of weird to me that you wouldn't be able to play your built team offline. But maybe it's because you build it online via
and I think that's the knock on everything.
That's probably what it is. Then
online, they probably just want to keep the compatibility.
Keep it, Okay. Well, hey, it is what it is. I mean, the online, we always connected online anyway. I'm not one of those people that, well, actually, let me not say that and get our whole stream taken down. But we always connected online anyway, so I don't see maybe I don't see the big issue with it. But I don't know. But cool. I'm excited. We know you excited, bro. I cannot wait. I can't wait to see more of your content, man. I'm excited for your dynasty that you're gonna post on YouTube and everything.
Yeah.
You haven't announced your team yet, right?
I have not. No. I haven't announced my team yet. No.
Okay. Well, shoot, I'm gonna announce my team. I ain't really doing nothing with it, but I think I'm gonna choose Coastal Carolina, y'all.
Yeah,
I think that's who I'm gonna go with.
They
was looking good.
They was looking good in that trailer today. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, they was looking good. So I think,
oh boy.
Yep. I think that's the team I'm gonna roll with on Dynasty. Is probably Coastal. I ain't playing online with nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna get. I'm not. We lost T, but I'm not finna get blued out.
I laughed and I hit the delete button. Yeah, I don't blame you, bro.
I'm not finna.
Honestly, and let me say this too. Actually, I'm not playing nobody online for the first couple of weeks, so don't ask. So it's probably gonna be like 2-3 weeks before I feel comfortable playing somebody online. Because people are already asking me, bro, I want to play you, bro. It's gonna be 2-3 weeks before you probably play me. Just being
it's gonna be never for me. I'm not playing y'all, bro, because I jumped in T Madden League one time and got blued out every week. I'm not doing that again, bro.
Yeah,
y'all not finna embarrass me like that.
Yeah,
Justin Herbert. I had Justin Herbert through 8 picks, bro.
Yeah,
8 picks.
I remember that.
8 of them things. I lost like 70-6, man. I ain't doing that, bro. No way. No way.
Crazy. Well, like I said, man, I'm excited about the game coming out, man. We don't have too much long, and I'll be doing a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel with the game. So just follow me over there, as well as y'all follow us here on our page as well, man. So again, just excited, bro. It's gonna be a fun couple of weeks coming up, man. So just excited, man. Cam, if you ain't got anything else, man, we're gonna shut it down, man, for the night.
Nah, I'm a stream. I'm probably gonna stream more Demon Souls tonight. For the y'all that have been watching. I know AB been watching. So I appreciate you for that. But I'm probably gonna stream some more Demon Souls over on Twitch tonight.
And y'all go follow Cam on Twitch too. What's your thing again?
It's your boy Cinemax.
Yeah,
I'm on Twitch. I'm on YouTube as well, but I ain't really posting nothing on there. But follow me on both of them. And then I might stream the other game tonight too. I don't know, but definitely gonna be streaming some Demon Souls most likely.
Yeah, so y'all go check out Cam on his Twitch, man. Go follow him over there as well. I think I'm gonna go back to Twitch. I streamed on YouTube the last 2 days, and I just didn't like it like that. So I think I'm going back to Twitch. I like Twitch a lot better.
I've done YouTube a couple times. I used to do YouTube directly from the PlayStation, but Twitch seems it's a little bit it's probably a little bit better.
I'm not streaming on YouTube. Now, probably when I start my stream Dynasty, I might do a couple of days on YouTube, but I like Twitch better, bro.
Like I said, I think there's a way that you can actually stream to both at the same time.
Yeah, there is. I think if you use Streamlabs, but I like
OBS.
I like OBS stuff.
But somebody told me to I asked one of my friends earlier today. He told me he used Streamlabs, and he told me to download it and try it. So I might.
Yeah, Streamlabs, you can stream to both. I know that for a fact. But I might give it another try too. But I like OBS, man. I'm so comfortable with OBS now. I'm kind of like, do I really want to play with something that's already working? You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
exactly. Yeah.
I don't know.
But we'll take a look at it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
walk
Let
through
me
it with
know
you
what
too.
you're doing with
Yeah.
it because I'll be back in Atlanta on Saturday. So definitely let me
Okay.
know.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me know how you're doing with that. But all right, y'all. Again, man, thank y'all for a year of support, man. Me and
Yeah.
Cam are so grateful for you guys. We really appreciate you guys. We got more coming, bro. We got more coming this season. We might do aren't we doing something with the Panthers this year?
Yeah, we going to most likely if we're available, we're going to the Fan Fest in
The
Clemson.
Fan Fest in Clemson, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, so we're going to be going to that. I think it's August 1st, I believe. I'll let
It's in
you know on
August.
that because
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not 100% sure.
Yeah, you let me know. You let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know though. But we should be at that as well, and we're still trying to work out details. We might be at Georgia, Clemson this year, right?
Yeah,
At
that's
Mercedes
yeah.
Benz, maybe, possibly.
September,
Yeah.
right?
So
Or is
we
that August?
August 31st, I believe. I think it's his last day. So we'll be probably down there as well, getting content, doing kind of like what we did last year. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. You guys, again, just thank y'all for y'all's love and support, man. We appreciate y'all. And until next week, we will holler at y'all again. Appreciate y'all's love and support, man. Y'all take it easy. Have a happy holidays, and also as well, stay the freak safe, man. Appreciate y'all's
Yes.
love and
Stay
support.
safe.